Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinion on the whole G4 fiasco that took place a couple of days ago, where one of the hosts kind of went on a bit of a rant talking about her experience in the gaming industry and essentially how she's been mistreated and how she's not being treated like her previous co-host, which I think she mentioned Olivia Munn and some other characters. And the gaming community has been divided into two, with one side obviously agreeing with what she was saying, and the other side pretty much saying that what she's saying is gonna be ruining the company's image and she shouldn't have told her audience to go piss off and leave the channel. Me personally, the way I looked at it essentially is that she wasn't necessarily wrong in the things that she was saying. She kind of had a point. She had a few points. But the problem with what I've noticed after doing some research is that if you isolate what she said, she's not wrong. Obviously women have experienced some type of discriminatory behavior in the workplace, but what I've noticed is that what spurred this whole thing on is that in the last couple of videos that she was in, she made some really ridiculous claims and she was spreading misinformation. And I think the audience, the G4 audience, called her out on it. She didn't like it and she felt a little bit attacked by it, so essentially she kind of made the rant. Now, I think this is a big problem in the gaming community where we've reached to the point where if a woman says something that is incorrect and we call her out on it, it can be misconstrued or hidden behind a label of misogyny and all those crazy terms that are very favorable in the Twitter space. Now, there was another thing that kind of irked me about doing that research, and the other thing is none of our male co-workers called her out when she was spreading misinformation. I think that was the biggest issue that a lot of people had. She had all these dudes out there who probably all researched the same thing, but not a single person called her out on it, and that led to her spiraling out of control to the point where the internet started calling her out for her misinformation. Now, me personally, I kind of agree with the kind of backlash she was getting. I don't want to, because the speech that she made, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, yes, we do that. Let's be honest with you. We will treat someone who looks better, nicer, than those who look not so great. It's a pretty obvious thing that we do. But I don't think she needs to kind of lash out the way that she did. She could have made a small statement, tried to be nice about it. I'm pretty confident that most people would have heard her out and said, yeah, you're kind of right, this is the type of experience that women are going through, so we need to pay more attention on how we behave around them. But when she's spewing misinformation, she's dragging down a little bit of the quality of the show by saying ridiculous things like, I don't know, Microsoft buying BioWare and things like that. Come on, bro, come on, there's a little bit of wrong information, but yeah, it's one of those things where, I want to side with her because she doesn't seem like a bad person. She's been frustrated with all the negative comments that she's been getting, and obviously she's seen that her co-workers, which is obviously male co-workers, they're not receiving as much backlash, and obviously she feels a little bit jaded by it. And of course, she keeps mentioning this woman, Olivia Munn. Now, I've never heard of her, so I had to go look her up, and conventionally speaking, she's not as pretty as this Olivia Munn person, And maybe it's kind of getting to it that people keep comparing her to Olivia Munn and saying that, oh, you've downgraded us or some shit like that. I don't know. But honestly, this whole G4 thing is very interesting because it shows how if you try to criticize a woman when she's spewing wrong information, she will try to label it as essentially, misogyny. And that is a problem, because if we want an equal environment where both men and women can be criticized, we need to be able to, hold people accountable, especially if I'm out here spewing wrong information, the comment section will let me know. Easy. But I can't take offense to it, because it's like, if I went out and said Xbox got all the best exclusives in the world, PS4, PS5 has nothing, you really think I'm getting away with that shit? Obviously not. So it's a bit of an interesting thing. I want to give you guys my thoughts and opinion on it. I also wanted to try out this setup to see how this works out, if this is something that I can do in the next future. But it's very hard to look into the camera, I've realized. But yeah, I mean, Froskurrin, I believe that's your name. Listen, I get it, being attacked isn't really nice, but you have to be careful with what you put out. Gamers are very fanatical with that when it comes to information. You can't put out wrong information and expect people not to point it out to you. Now, if you've, said some wild stuff in the past that I haven't really found out, okay, but your speech, it wasn't wrong. But it coming after they've pointed out some of your flaws, it's like, come on, bro. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. That's just my thoughts and opinion on it. It's in the big scale of things, it's not that big of a deal, but and I just wanted to talk about it, give my thoughts and opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.